much do we think the per budget episode was this season for Wednesday? Because it had to have been insane. I finished watching season 2 last night and we'll definitely need to rewatch. But there are a few things that absolutely stuck out. The top 3 being we had more than one crowd scene with tons and tons of extras. We had the fire scene at the beginning of the show, then we had the carnival scene, and then we had the big ball and dance routine. Of course, with a show like this, things like VFX and special effects are always in play every episode because we have things, we have magic, we have werewolves, we have the hide. That's always going to be in the budget. The other thing is when you're on location. And you'll notice this with older TV shows where they start to shoot in places that maybe are more frequent because they've decided we need to find a way to rein in the budget. So we can build this versus scouting this, which saves us so much money. Every time you take a show on location, you're immediately having to secure 4 things: where you're actually shooting the show, the base camp for the show, so where are they setting up all of the trailers for cast to get ready, crew parking, and catering. Sometimes there's multiple versions of this, sometimes they're all the same, sometimes they're located in multiple places, and it makes for an even more chaotic day. But in addition to those things, you're also going to have to increase the crew. Catering normally feeds 150 people for the day, and now you're suddenly bumping up to 300. You're going to need extra people to cover it. Crafty, who takes care of all of the snacks and meals in between, is actually going to need somebody to handle their portion of it because now there's a second Crafty setup that needs to be dealt with. Costumes, hair, and makeup are now going to need extra resources because if there's special people being seen on screen, they're going to have to be doing fittings. If there's hair and makeup that needs to be done versus checked, you're going to need extra hands for that. You're also in new territory with things that need to be controlled or established, so Grip and Electric are going to need extra hands, as well as you're probably going to have more cameras than usual running. Of course, we can't forget our production assistants and our teamsters that are going to take care of all of the extras and help make sure that everything has the ease of flow between where we're on set and where we are at base camp. If you're shooting in somewhere like downtown Atlanta, where securing a base camp close to your location most likely isn't going to happen. You're going to need extra teamsters to help move people from place to place. Because while people are getting things set up on set, you've still got people who are going on runs, picking up cast, and doing all of the normal things. Depending on how secure your location is or where you're shooting, you're going to need more production assistants to make sure that you know what's going on. You'll have somebody close to the scene versus farther down, which is either giving you a heads up if there's any cars coming that might interrupt the shot, anything that might disrupt what you're trying to do as far as people who are going to accidentally walk in. Your crew goes from being this small to this big just because you're no longer shooting on the stage. The background killed it, the cast killed it, the crew killed it. Season 2 of Wednesday is definitely